Beth Stelling.
Wow. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 9 of Sweethearts. I'm Beth Stelling from Dayton, Ohio.
And I'm Mo Welch from Normal, Illinois.
We're comedians. Hot. If you're just hopping onto the podcast, it's called Sweethearts. Mm-hmm. And we talk about all the sweet and sour things in life. And we usually try a little treat.
Yeah, and we do have... Okay, so I went to all-time, not to brag, I played basketball, got 0 points this morning, an 8:30 rec league game,
wow,
which seems illegal.
Yes.
But you kind of go early.
I got up at 8:15. I stayed up way too late watching television for no reason.
What were you watching, though?
Eastbound and Down.
Throwback.
Big time.
Are you rewatching it?
I never watched it.
I don't think I've ever watched it either.
It was so much a part of the times. Yeah, back then it really was.
Yeah.
And the word is zeitgeist. You're 100% right. I was avoiding using it because I didn't want to sound like you. But
Midwestern? Like a Midwestern person that goes,
true.
I know a word that starts with Z.
Yeah, it's true. And it's spelled Zeitgeist. Zeitgeist.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. But you're right. And the reason it's the perfect word to describe it is because we didn't watch the TV show, as we have just discovered. Mm-hmm. Well, now I have. Yeah. And yet we still knew about it, knew who the character was, knew some of the plot lines, because so many people were quoting it.
Right.
It was like boys old school. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's not what
do you like it?
Retraction.
Are you watching it and you're like, I can't believe I missed this?
Actually out loud, I've said, I hate this man. Because, I mean, he's meant to be hated. He's
right.
the worst person on the planet. Mm-hmm. I will say I'm very impressed with his performance because...
he's like a legit actor.
Yeah, the season arcs that are happening, they're a great ride. I mean, it's good television. Yeah. It's, I'm watching it because someone had referenced it as like a comp to another TV show that I was trying to help figure out. Yeah. And so I obviously want to know the reference they're talking about. Or have a frame of reference for what they're going for. And
if you don't know this, Beth Stelling is a big time Hollywood writer, producer, and stand-up comedian. And so when she says somebody's trying to figure it out, it means that she's probably overlooking a show or helping somebody get a show on air, because that's what she does. The thing is people just think you're a stand-up, but you do so much behind the scenes.
What if I started crying?
Right.
I started to get emotional, probably because I can't fit in my shorts. What you don't know what's happening beneath the table is my shorts are fully unbuttoned. I'm basically a barrel right now. I'm so bloated.
If anybody knows the number to podcast HR, I'd love to know it.
Our number is actually 773. It's pre 234 IJKU.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. I forgot what it was.
773-234-4558. Has anybody called yet?
I called to make sure the number worked, and so did you, and that worked. But nobody's called yet because we haven't put up that episode yet. It comes out this week.
I did put it on my Instagram story.
Oh, you did? Great.
But
nobody's
how did you
called
find out if there's
then.
a message?
It's actually really cool. They just
did you get my message?
It emails you on Google.
Okay, great.
And it transcribes
nobody responded to the Instagram story that I posted.
Let's post a few more.
Okay.
And
it just goes to show that Instagram stories don't matter. Yeah,
Instagrams, that is true. They really don't matter. And you know what? Then when I'm like, you know what? This is so good. I'm going to put it on my grid. That first, it never works. You're just like, oh, no one gives a shit about that one either. Yeah.
I remember one time Magic Spoon reached out and was like, hey, would you be interested in posting for us? I was like, sure.
Is that the cereal company?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I said, yeah, okay, I'll try it. And then they said, we just need a screenshot of how many people view your stories.
Oh, no.
And then I sent them that and they go, oh, that's too low.
Wait.
I was like, did you just offer me cereal but then take it back?
Wow, bait and switch.
Yeah.
Magic Spoon.
So Magic Spoon, I'm not giving you a promo. I'm telling everybody to throw away their cereal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan.
Pour it down the drain.
I'm a huge fan of throwing Magic Spoon cereal down the drain because it's disgusting. I mean, what are we talking about? Of course I have.
You have? It's at the grocery store I saw.
When I was trying to do like a no sugar thing, I had Magic Spoon and then I had another one. And like, I get what they're going for, but like, do not put it next to the good cereal. Put it next to the cardboard boxes up on top, because It is not. It's not.
It's
honeycomb.
It's guinea pig cage material.
It is. Yeah,
Okay.
it's wood chips. Yeah, it's
Sawdust and
it's used as a bed for guinea pigs.
Yeah, I guess it's a dual that.
There should be an aisle in the grocery store that is like, yes, this isn't as bad for you, but it tastes like dog shit or dog food.
Yeah,
dog food's better than it.
You have to close your nose as you walk into the aisle.
Yeah. You're like, oh my God.
Okay. Thank you for those nice words. Whatever we were talking about. Oh, who cares? But should we do a little?
Oh yeah,
sweets?
let's do a little sweet.
Well,
okay,
this is what I really want. But
this is where we
last
started.
week I talked about.
Yeah.
Us trying toxic waste, which is hazardously sour candy.
And where did? Oh no, wait, this is scary. Where did you get this?
I got this in Rosemary Beach, Florida.
You got this on a beach. Some
it
toxic,
says warning:
toxic
choking
waste.
hazard. Small objects like candy
Okay.
may inadvertently become lodged in the throat.
That's specific.
Okay, I will be opening it fresh.
Okay.
This is where I got Cleo something.
You got her the Peppa Pig candies.
Yeah.
She loved them.
So. Okay, so the waste barrel has been. Oh wow, not what I expected.
Oh.
That's waste.
Okay.
Toxic
That's
waste.
slime.
That's slime.
Nickelodeon slime.
And this is what it is, Mo.
Okay, they look like warheads individually wrapped.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I guess I'm going for apple.
I got blue raspberry, which I feel good about.
Let's do it at the same time.
Okay.
So for listeners, it's basically a little yellow tiny barrel that looks like a barrel of toxic waste or a dry cask.
Yeah, it looks
Is the
exactly like
technical
toxic
term?
waste.
And they're individually wrapped, like Mo said, if you're familiar with a warhead.
It's like a cough drop.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're made in Pakistan, manufactured in Indianapolis. And it says, caution, consuming more than one within a brief time may cause irritation to mouth. Sensitive individuals should not consume this product. And you are sensitive.
I'm really sensitive.
I am more sensitive than people think.
This says it's still not expired, which is good.
That's good.
Because you never know at a candy shop if they're keeping things, if they're doing FIFO, which is first in, first out.
Yeah, and also do not get like a Coca-Cola or anything at one of those shops because they're always like 2 years old.
Okay, and also I just want to say it says Candy Dynamics is the company. It's kind of like Comedy Dynamics, but candy is probably better than comedy. Ready? Okay, it's in.
Okay.
It's starting to spread across my tongue, giving me the right here and here.
It's giving me a little of the like, I don't even want to say it.
What?
But like the back of the tongue feels like it wants to be like, bleh.
Yeah.
Sorry to do that in everyone's ear. I don't
know how long I'm going to last. I don't want to be.
I'm going to do 5 more seconds. You know what's hard? It's when you get enough saliva and it's all sour and then you have to swallow it. Oh my God. Whew. It's not like spice, like I'm not sweating. It's just like,
I don't like that.
yeah, we need water. So that was good. Thank you for bringing those.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. I'm going to give one to Sam, though. I think Sam will like it.
Maybe we should cleanse our palates, clear our palates with the donut from All Time.
Yes, so it's from All Time, which is a restaurant in Los Feliz.
And this is a cake donut.
It's a cake
glazed
chocolate donut.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
Clear the palate.
And I like it. I love fluffy donuts, and this is like the fluffiest cake donut I've had.
It's really yummy.
I feel like they're always sold out when we go there.
It feels like I'm eating a teddy bear.
Yeah. Help me.
Beth, why?
It's me, Teddy Ruxpin.
I wanted Teddy Ruxpin so bad.
I'm surprised I haven't done like a horror movie about that teddy bear.
Well, there is the television show Ted.
Have
you watched that?
Watch a movie.
There's a TV show on Peacock, maybe.
About the bear?
Yeah, it's the prequel to the movie.
Oh.
Like he's in high school when he first got him for Christmas and he came to life.
Did you watch it?
I did.
Why?
I had an interview with Seth MacFarlane's company.
Oh, so you had to know.
I just like being prepared for meetings, as you know.
Did you have an interview to write for the show or to be in the show or to be Ted's girlfriend? Or were you just having a meeting and you thought, hey, I should know what they've been doing recently?
The last one, but
Okay.
I'm also Ted's girlfriend.
I think you play such a good, like, I always thought the most super fun role would be Never Been Kissed, Josie Grossi.
That would be a good role. That would be fun.
I like that donut. I'm just going to say
I
that's
like the
super
donut
good.
too.
Thank you all time. All time, if you've been in LA, it's like very trendy spot, but the food I love. I go there all the time. Their breakfast burrito I had this morning, it's so good.
I like it too. I like they have good pastries and very yummy coffee.
Yeah.
My friend Tyler owns it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What does he look like?
Redhead.
I saw him today.
Yeah.
He's really nice to me.
He's handsome.
Maybe he knows that we're friends.
Yeah, we go way back. And he's handsome, like, end of sentence, but also he started Handsome Coffee Roasters with Mike Phillips. Yeah.
I remember going to Handsome with you, so you could go see your friends. So this tracks. Beth's not lying. Finally.
See, Beth's telling the truth. Per usual. I brought other things, but I think we save them for another time.
Yeah.
Because we
can just put them here in the studio, in the garage, in the Mount Washington studio, which we have yet to name.
Yeah, we still have time. Mm-hmm. So anyway, thank you guys for listening. Thanks for coming back. This is our second one back after the hiatus.
Yeah.
And as I was leaving the studio after episode 8, I was driving on Division and I heard a huge thud against the side of my car, and I slammed on my brakes, and thank goodness nobody was behind me.
Okay.
Because when I put the car in park and went around, it was a water balloon, the size bigger than a basketball, and so I was like, okay, it's kids.
Yeah.
And I had a choice.
Oh no.
Because I do have a knife in my car,
and I support protection.
That. Yeah. So what I did is, I saw movement, and I put the car in reverse and went about 60 miles an hour backwards, and I scared the shit out of them. One of them went from a walk to a quick walk and then sprinted up the street, and I went and chased and slowly drove by the house 3 or 4 times.
Wow.
Just because it was just kind of fun for me.
Yeah, it's fun to scare kids.
Yeah, I scared a kid.
Mm-hmm. So how old do you think they were? Like teens?
I'm terrible at telling age. My guess is 13.
Yeah. That's
12.
I can't believe they got you.
I know.
And you know what? As we know,
it was like Adam, I was talking to him on my phone, which was going through my car. Mm-hmm. And he was like, what was that? Did you hit something? I'm telling you,
Where did it hit your car?
Passenger side door. Mm. It was so loud.
Wow.
I thought like someone damaged my car. And then when I realized what it was, I was like, I'm going to fuck with these kids. I think it just goes to show I've changed, because I almost got murdered in Louisville when my cousins and I were throwing water balloons at cars. Oh, yeah.
What happened?
We lived in downtown Louisville, and we would climb up on this wall to do it.
Oh, God.
I mean, my cousin Johnny was like...
Good arm?
He was naughty. Yeah.
What happened?
In some trouble.
They backed up?
Yeah. I mean, we thought that maybe they were going to call the police and search the neighborhood.
Wow.
That's the fear that I gave those kids. I just kind of passed it down.
They have bloodhounds, like,
and
sniffing out.
You'd think that like I would be the cool one because I used to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue that it's not that I was being uncool. It was more like I was kind of fucking with them.
I think that there is some joy to fucking with kids, because you're just like, listen, like, we know your parents aren't disciplining you. Like, let me pretend like I'm about to.
Right. Like, what was I going to do?
Yeah. That's hilarious to go to 60 miles per hour. I went reverse on this street.
And then, and he was so...
That is amazing.
He was he looked like a kid out of a movie. Like he was the chubbiest kid of the group, so he was last. I mean, I know that sounds whatever it sounds like, but he was ham
in The Sandlot.
Yes. Yeah. I'm like, was he the last of the group running, or was he solo and the others scattered different ways?
Right. One's under a car still.
Probably.
Wow. Well, I think that they thought, not to give you up or anything, but Beth has a Volvo. And I think they thought to themselves, this bitch isn't going to do shit. Mm-hmm. Little do they know.
I play field hockey.
And you played the game. You've been in the water balloon game.
Yeah.
Like, I'll show you.
Part of me, it also just goes to show kids don't, I don't know. I don't think they're thinking this far,
Mm-hmm.
but like in my brain, I'm like, you'd think they'd go for the nicer car to fuck with people, right? Like, I'm going to get this BMW because they can afford it or something.
Right.
But then again, bad idea.
Yeah.
Because that person's going to be an a-hole usually.
I'm not going for that because those are the people that have lawyers.
Right. This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm already, deconstructing my own
Right. They knew you were
possibilities.
That you just came from a podcast.
Then if you go for a beater, it's like,
it's sad.
that's mean.
That's so mean.
Yeah, so they went for mid-level. They went for a Volvo. I should have been like, guys,
do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am? I drive a Volvo.
Oh my God. That's reminding me of
Why me?
When we went back to your high school. When we were recording Beth's special.
We filmed it in my hometown of Dayton, Ohio. Yeah. It's currently on Netflix. It's called If You Didn't Want Me Then.
Beautiful.
And Mo directed it. So
beautiful.
Mo came
shout
home
out.
With me.
Yes, I did. And I was
Dayton.
excited. I mean, like anytime you get to see your friend that you've had for over 10 years and get to go see their high school and Beth was a good student and she was a good athlete. Her pictures were up on the wall still at the high school. But this was great. One of the teachers who Beth is still friends with, we go into the room and she's trying to like introduce like Beth is, guys, Beth is famous. So you have to understand there's 10 kids in this class.
And by the way, I did not clear that language.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Beth is never going to, of course, but you're not going to say that. But even if like, listen, I'm just going to say, I know you're going to say you're not famous, but to kids at a Dayton, like a private, right?
No.
Or public? Okay. Any school in Dayton, Ohio, I'm like, who the fuck else you got in the last 100 years? Like, you are famous. And anyway, Beth's not going to say that, but her teacher was like, saying like, oh, Beth is famous and she lives in Los Angeles and she's written for these shows and even like threw in Rick and Morty, knowing like kids would know that. And this kid, totally unimpressed afterwards, had said like, or did he say after or while we were there? He said, fame is a state of mind.
Oh, yeah. Famous is a state of mind. I was like, first of all, what? I didn't say that.
I was also, that's like that's probably what his favorite famous person said in a lyric or something.
Sort of like, and what does that even mean? If you're famous as a state of mind, seek medical treatment for your mental health.
Also, you want to cash out on the fame if you can.
Is a state of mind.
But so unimpressed. These kids were like, I think you have this idea, like, one day I'm going to go back to my high school and I'm going to talk to all the kids and I'm going to be cool. And I'm going to be like, they're going to be like, oh my God, she went to our high school. They're going to like try to get my autograph. No, you go back to a high school. They don't give a shit. They're half asleep. They really don't care about anything. And they fucking suck, all kids. Like, I'm just saying, like, the same thing would happen if I went back to my high school.
They would be like, well, you skipped school.
I did skip a lot of school. But that doesn't mean I can't come back.
Who?
That would be my thing, is I'd be like, it was really cool in high school. I barely went. And look, even if you don't go to school, you can still forge your own career. And then the teachers would be like, get the fuck off the stage.
You did send up your hometown, though, in your last special, Dad Jokes.
Yeah.
Well, the birthplace, really, because
the birthplace deserves.
Really, go.
The truth is, I was born and like raised for the first 12 years of my life outside of Normal, and it was a little town called Armington, which you saw, and it's 400 people. And did I say this already? On the welcome to Armington sign, I tried to have, I wrote letters to have it say home of Mo Welch, because the last one that was on there were these twins that won like state in wrestling in 1998. And I was like, have I made it far enough where I can at least have my name on this town that has no businesses? And guess what? No. But that was just me being like at my cockiest, is like, I deserve to be on this sign.
You do deserve to be on the Armington sign. Let's change it to Fistington. And put your freaking...
Well, then I can definitely go.
Hand arm Fistington.
Yeah, then I'm in. My update was that I just went to Chuck E. Cheese 1 hour ago. I mean, right before. I asked Beth if she could come a half hour late so I could bring Cleo to Chuck E. Cheese.
You went alone.
Yeah. Yes, it's true. Their pizza's good. And I had, we went in, and I've been in there a few times. And I was just remembering as a kid in like Bloomington Normal, going into Chuck E. Cheese, and I'm like, this building is dedicated to Chuck E. Cheese. Like, they built this building from the ground up for Chuck E. Cheese. And now you're so aware as an adult that it's like half the size of a TJ Maxx, and was probably a TJ Maxx at some point. And you go in, and it's still it's still charming in its own ways. Like, the kids are all running around and having fun. But I was telling Sam about this. My wife, what are you going to do about it? And she, I was telling her about how like the prize wall at Chuck E. Cheese used to look like pure gold.
Yeah.
You know? And now I'm like, man, do kids like even care that much about it anymore? Because Amazon is like at our fingertips, and maybe they're able to see what is cheap and what's not, because the prizes are cheap. They always were.
Yeah.
And Sam said that when she was younger in the 90s, that she went, and keep in mind, Sam grew up the exact opposite of both of us. And she was trying her hardest to win enough tickets to get the lava lamp. Pretty cool. Wow. Lava lamp. Yeah. They didn't have those up there now, because they used all the lava for the lamps. Now there's no more lava.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's a lava shortage in the world.
There is. And she, no matter what she did before they left, she wasn't going to have enough tickets. And so her mom, being her mom who worked so much, anytime she was just with her kids, she'd be like, whatever you want. And she went up to the guy, and she's like, I'm sorry, we're not going to be able to get the lava lamp. How much money can I give you to just give me this lava lamp? And he was like, I'm sorry, but I can't do that. And she's just like, can I give you $200 for this lava lamp? And he goes, no, we can't do it. And the point of that story is, morals. There used to be people with morals. Yeah. Okay. And used to not be able to buy anyone out. But like, now that's not the case.
We need that to come back.
Yeah. But she got the lava lamp. They probably purchased it for $20 somewhere.
Yeah. What was I just watching that said that?
Oh, really? That maybe said lava
Adam.
lamps?
Didn't we talk about how we went putt-putting and everything kind of went haywire because
haywire, more like you won. That's like one of my favorite stories.
I have a rat's nest. I have a little knot here, I can tell, but
Cleo's get so excited for rat's nests, and she has me take a photo of them.
Really?
Yeah, she wants to see the photo of it. And I'm like,
I told you Kate was like holding, didn't I tell you that she had like a stuffed bird and was like, this is for your hair, Beth? I'm getting tastefully roasted.
That's that's Beth's boyfriend. Beth's boyfriend's kid. Because that name is like enough 80s, 90s that it could also be, you're just like talking about your sister or something.
Oh, yeah. My, yeah. What were we just saying?
Chuck E. Cheese, lava lamps.
Okay. Yes, maybe we were putt-putting and the kids wanted to play the games, but they had been like a little bonkers out on the putt-putt course. And
right.
So Adam's like, nah. I can get, and was it him who said we could get any of this on Amazon?
Oh,
somebody said this. It was like,
and he's
you
right.
end up spending more trying to get it than it would be just to Amazon it to your house.
You probably said that in the last episode, and it's still in my brain.
I know. And I'm like, who said that?
Adding
was it us, or was I watching television? I mean, my life is falling apart.
I've
watched so much Eastbound and Down. My brain has turned to mush.
I'm watching Colin from Accounts.
Really?
Have you heard of that?
Heard of this. Oh.
It's on Paramount Plus. It's Australian.
Part of me wants to think, did Sharon Horgan have a hand in that?
I wouldn't doubt it, because it's really good.
Colin from Accounts.
And it reminds me of Catastrophe.
It's ringing a bell that maybe Sharon had a hand in it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think if you can get past the first episode, and I basically am only saying that to like lesbians, because there's like a dog involved and the dog is completely fine, but just like get through it and know that like it's an actor dog and it lives, and just don't be annoying about it.
Come on, lesbians.
Just fucking get to episode 2. Jesus Christ.
Why lesbians? I actually don't get that.
Because it's not just lesbians, but I'm speaking to thinking about my lesbian friends that would immediately see. I mean, honestly, even my lesbian wife upstairs would see like a dog, like an actor dog, almost get hurt. And you know what? There was an episode I almost had to stop watching House of Dragons because I can't even watch these fucking dragons get hurt because they just like remind me of animals.
But aren't they CGI?
Yeah, they're like extremely CGI.
So you're getting a full body response from that.
Yeah, I'm just like, really I have to like fast forward it.
You need a little Starbucks cup in the background to remind you it's fake.
Yeah, that's true.
I fully cringed. Like I was putting off doing some punch up work before I came here and watching more Eastbound and Down.
Right.
And there's a part in the series. I'm in the final season 4, and there's a part where, spoiler alert, it's been out for years. Fine. Basically their lav mic is on, like hot mic.
Right.
And he goes to the bathroom and he's like giving himself a pep talk. Oh. Kenny is. Danny McBride. I mean, I was screaming to cover it up. I was like, no.
Was it too cringe?
It was the most cringe I've experienced in a long time.
But it was his character giving himself a pep talk. Oh.
And I was cringe. It was so, I was so embarrassed for him. So
of course I killed them. I killed them all.
What's that?
Robert Durst. Did you watch The Jinx?
No.
Oh my God. His whole thing was there was a hot mic at the end, and that's kind of how they realized he had done it.
Is he in jail?
He did, but he died in jail.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
And what did he do? Durst.
He like killed some people, and he was like basically like the Trump family, and like grew up really charmed life. Okay. Daddy rich.
But then he killed people.
Yes,
that he killed
a few. Yes, that he knew.
And got away with it
and pretty much got away with it. Like was like in and out of like going through these the cases or going through the trials. That's what they're called. I'm no lawyer.
Which you could be.
Yes. That. My mom used to always say that. She's like, I always thought you'd be a lawyer. I'm like, I didn't even read the book report book. Like, what on earth? I was like, just because you want me to be a lawyer.
It was probably because I was always playing in the cemetery?
Yeah. Yeah. There was nothing. It's because I loved wearing like a business suit. Okay. So.
A stiff shoulder.
I was wondering, should we get to the fat of the episode?
Yeah, I'm bloated. I'm finally wearing the shorts I bought in Italy. But but I can't sit in them right now because
Are these them?
Yeah.
Where did you buy them?
Gucci Garden.
Oh.
Me and Jordan went to that fancy dinner.
Yes. If you didn't know, the real fans know that Beth and I went to Italy last summer, almost a year ago. And it was so really fucking hot. And I had a lot of fun with my friends, but had decided I'm never going to Italy again because I was like, it looks like California, but it's just me. When we were in Tuscany, I mean, I've already talked about this many times.
Sometimes I can't remember what episodes we filmed in here that we didn't release.
I don't think we released them. It was from
we used to have a clip cast.
Yeah, we had a clip cast because we took 2 years to put out this podcast because we were practicing.
Let's be real. I'm just checking my hair. Oh, yeah. I thought it was more rat's nesty down here, actually, but it seems to be all right.
It's kind of the beauty of having curly hair.
I agree. Yeah, we were clip casting for a bit because let's be real. It's tough to podcast and be very, very entertaining for a full hour.
Yeah.
And I think as a comic, I'm used to having it need to be all killer, no filler. And podcast is
all filler, no killer. Although I did just talk about Robert Durst.
But
okay, so the fat of this episode, I actually was just thinking about Beth late at night, just while I was watching my Colin from Accounts. And no, it has nothing to do with that show, but I was thinking about how Beth is dating a man, and that's her choice, and that's okay. We cannot punish her for that. People still date men, and they can do that if they want.
Anytime I do a show that is hosted by one of our friends who's gay, they're always like, are you sure that you two are not gay?
Yeah. Do you know, lesbians want Beth to be gay so bad. My friends who are not like comedians are always like, well, is Beth gay? No. Was she sure? I'm like, yeah, she's had like ample opportunity to be a huge dyke around LA. Like, she plays field hockey for Christ's sakes.
Have you seen her hands?
Yeah.
I'm like, yes. Okay. First of all, but here's the thing. You're allowed to say that, but
yeah, of
I'm
course.
not, because it's like, I would never go on one of our friends' shows and be like, everyone's asking me. It's sort of like, to me, it's the equivalent of a straight comic dude being like, oh, wish I were gay because I could just kiss my friend that I play Nintendo with.
Oh my God, that I really want to kiss and has really soft lips. Yeah. But I'm straight.
It's just like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I get it. You can't say it,
I'm
but
not
I
saying
can.
it because it's sort of like, but it doesn't annoy me.
Right.
But I'm just saying it is a pattern of, if I'm doing a podcast or with one of our gay friends or comics,
I actually I think
you kind of razz me about it.
I think it's because you're confident and smart and beautiful. And
yes,
I think people go,
with gay.
well, why is she doing that? I think people say, why is she doing that to us? But again, it's her choice. Beth is dating a man and he has kids. And I find it really interesting because, like, you know, let's be honest, we're not 22 anymore. So like, in the dating pool, if you're single, like there's a good chance that you're going to be dating somebody who is divorced or has kids or is dead or is 107 years old. I actually love talking about like the dating landscape, being somebody who's like so outside of it. Anyway, I was thinking about you.
Or it's going to be somebody who has scissors for fingers.
Yes. This is, yeah, when we talk about scissoring, we're just talking about the game. We're like, no rock or paper.
I was at the Comedy Store last night. I did 3 sets last night. I keep having these weekends where I pack it in. I did
3 sets?
Oh, I did 4 a couple Fridays ago.
Wow.
Remember?
It's New York City talk.
New York City.
Hey, New York.
This salsa's made in New York City.
New York City.
That's a Pace salsa reference, but I was at the Comedy Store for my final set.
Right.
And speaking of this, another comic who's divorced and back out there. I mean, I'm not divorced, but the men who I am dating would be. The man who I'm dating is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But anyway, but this comic was like, there's like a pretty girl over there. I was like, give her your number. And he's like, you think? And I was like, yeah, right. If over 18. And then your number.
Yeah.
He's like, that's good. Can I use that? I was like, yes.
What about writing?
They went and got coffee today.
Oh, did they? Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
What if they said if over 18 times 2?
Could I correct you? Divided by 1.
Yeah. He's like divided by 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking about how you have, you know, you're dating somebody with kids and
Littles.
How that makes you feel. Because basically, like, we have been, you know, as kids, we both have step parents or had like our parents date other people and we had our opinions about it. And so how do you feel being the girlfriend?
Sorry, I had an itch. It makes me, I mean, I like the kids a lot.
Mm-hmm. They're very cute.
I have love for them.
Very sweet kids.
And so that helps.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think they, because I love Adam, of course he loves his kids and they mean the world to him. Mm-hmm. So then of course I already have that affinity for them because of that.
Right.
And I think too, I wouldn't be as attracted to him if I didn't like his kids as well.
Yeah.
You know, because he's raising good humans.
Mm-hmm.
They are like very securely attached, which is incredibly healthy.
But just think about like your mom, of course, raising a good human, but just think about how much of a monster you probably were to your stepdad.
Well, I did go on Caleb Heron's podcast and he was like, you were so mean to this man. I was like, you're not getting the story straight. Okay. But the truth is, you know, my mom remarried once. My dad remarried before we ever saw him again. So
wow,
we saw our dad and then met his wife, our stepmom.
Oh, I didn't know that. That was really, so how within, like, how much time between when he left?
We didn't see him for like 3 years.
Okay.
So and when we saw him again, it was like, and here's this lady.
Wow.
That was very strange. So I mean, I've learned lessons from both of them and I think about it as in terms of my relationship with his kids, because it's not, I don't know. I remember how I felt and what I saw. I think the only thing that is interesting to me, and I don't know how to, I don't know if fix is the word, but like, because I didn't like my stepdad eventually for good reasons after a while.
He had a mullet.
He did have a mullet. Okay. That wasn't one of the reasons I didn't like him. In fact, I was covering up
a long mullet
part of his neck, which is probably a good thing. But whenever they would kiss or show affection, it would make my skin crawl. I was like, ew, yuck. You know, and I mean, they had to put a lock on their door because I would bust in case I thought they were doing something. I might as well have been the FBI.
That is so bad. Like Stelling as a child.
Mom!
They were like, all you heard is like Far and Away starting, and you're like, what are you doing in here?
Cockblock Stelling. For sure, I would stop that and shut it down.
Yeah, that's good. It's for the best. You could have had a younger sibling.
Yeah, yuck.
Yeah, gross.
But I will say, Adam, I mean, we took things slow and we're very considerate, and I don't know. Our timeline and everything worked out. We've really been on the same wavelength on pretty much everything. I think that's why we work. And it's just been such a nice unfolding of our relationship. So we waited a while. First time I got to really spend time and meet them was trick-or-treating. So it would be sort of like a fun experience. And also it wouldn't be like, hi.
Right.
I'm
a
Beth.
Dinner. Yeah. What were you wearing?
Nothing.
What was that like costume?
I was just like Little Red Riding Hood slut.
Yeah. You show up with the worst costume ever.
No, I was a Pikachu.
Were you really?
No, I was Psyduck. We were all Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Yeah. We went as Pokemon.
That's
actually
cute.
Kate went as a Gremlin.
Okay.
Which I love. Anywho, so I guess what was the question? Okay, yeah. So now we took things slow is my point. Right. And I didn't want to come on extremely strong, and I didn't want to like make them like me. I think one of my love languages is gifts, and it's definitely sweets.
And do you think it's like you reciprocate that? Like you like to give gifts and get gifts?
Yeah.
That's how I am too.
Yeah. And so I often like will pick them up a little treat or something, you know, like I got them some summer popsicles they've been eating, the ices.
I love ices.
Like I just do little things like that, not to like make them like me, but because I care about them, and that's like how I think that I don't know. I want to show them that I care about them.
Yeah.
I don't really think about that much.
I think it's in you to bring, I mean, look at you. You brought over 3 different sweets today. I think it's just like part of who you are.
Okay. So little things like that. I guess I've never wanted to like, you know, obviously force myself on them or in their lives or like make them like me. I want it to be natural. Sometimes I get a little judgmental of myself for like, should I be trying a little harder? But I just want to, I've said this a million times probably to you and on here. I just want to be like a safe person they could come to and trust and know that I would take care of them and have their best interest in mind. And, mostly
do you think you're like a cool, step friend? What do you call them?
Step friend.
Step girlfriend.
Beth's coming. My dad's step friend.
This is my step friend.
What am I?
Do they call you Beth Stelling or Beth?
Beth from Ohio.
Beth from Ohio.
Well, that's how it started. But now I think they just say my dad's girlfriend, Beth.
Yeah.
I was rambling, and I'm sorry.
No.
To you and to the sweeties listening. My mind was trying to take us to was this. When we kiss, sometimes Owen will be like, ew.
Yeah.
And because I felt that, and it was because I didn't like him. Because honestly, my dad and stepmom would kiss, and it didn't make me go, ew.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes it did when she got like too sexually sensual rubby.
Yeah.
But when she was like showing him love, that didn't really bother me. It was when she got like territorial. I was like, ew.
Yeah. And she would
like part of me was sort of like, now I want to be like, you can have him, you know, but at the time I remember thinking to myself, I'll always have known him longer than you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you ever like, was it because you didn't want your mom to be taken away by anyone? Was it more like that? Less than like I mean, just knowing the stories you've told, I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if you were like peeking in the window, seen how things happen.
One time I saw him, like, he had this massager that was like medical grade. It looked like a buffer for some sort of wax floor. It was called the Genie and Rub Genie or Genie Rub. It had like 2 handles and was metal, and then had like a, like a muff that warms your hands, like a muff on the outside.
Actually, I'd love to get the link if you have it.
And they'd lay on the bed and he would go do it to her back.
Right.
And I asked for it to be done to me a couple times, but it would make your skin like tingle because it was like vibrating so much.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was weird. And I don't know what I was thinking. I just thought it was gross. I didn't like his vibe or energy after a while. And the things he did that were like not so caring towards my sisters, and
right.
There were positives, of course. Like there were things I appreciated that he did, but ultimately no. So I guess my worry is like, oh, when he's saying ew, is it because he doesn't like me? Or, and again, this is not something that's keeping me up at night. Like he's so grossed out. He's never like, ew, stop. There's no like actual fight. I think it's just
more
a
like
boy
kid
going
stuff.
like, ew.
Yeah.
Because last time I go, I'm sorry, Owen, if that bothered you. I did. I looked at him. I was like, I'm sorry if that bothered you. And he was like, no, it's his fault. Like, I think he's just kind of playing around.
He's messing around. Yeah.
Because I think I'm never gross.
Yeah.
I'm not like trying to be like.
Yeah. Trying to watch Far and Away.
Dad. Yeah. But I will say it is important for me to show him affection in front of them because I love him so much. And I want them to know how much I love their dad. I would take good care of him.
Yeah.
And
I think that's sweet.
He's loved and,
yeah.
So I want them to know that, and also it's like to show them some. I don't mean like they are getting it nowhere else. I just mean, but to show them a healthy relationship where people are kind to each other and touch each other
and
with
you're
love.
affectionate. Like yeah. I think that's you being you. You're not doing anything like out of spite. Like watch this, your dad's all mine.
I did stiff arm her head.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. No, but if one time I think too, she said something like, "Oh, you're hugging my dad," and then I hugged her right afterwards.
That's sweet.
And she's like, "Oh, now you're hugging me."
They're so funny.
Yeah,
they're so sweet.
I definitely want to be and hope we continue to be more loving towards each other because I care about them and I like them so much.
I saw my mom and dad kiss once the entire time they were together.
Did you get it on film?
I wish.
None of us could have afforded a camcorder.
We didn't even have electricity, but I have like a camcorder. Like, hold the candle closer.
I wanted a talk voice so bad.
Oh my God. Amen. Amen.
Okay. So you saw them kiss once?
Yeah, they were
Was it a peck or sexual?
I think it was like a peck. It was in the laundry room, and we lived in this house that was across from the cemetery, a different one. And I remember just seeing that, and I froze. I didn't say anything. I was just like, what is going on? This is so weird. I never saw any affection in my house. So, and that obviously, can mess with you when you get older. Yeah. But
do you think it did?
I think that like it did, but then when I came out, I was way more affectionate.
Yeah.
Like my mom in my 20s started to tell me that she loved me. It took her, like, I have no recollection of my mom ever saying she loves me before. And keep in mind, my mom fucking loves her kids. Yeah. But she just didn't know how to say it.
Yeah.
Catholic and all
also, that. However she grew up, and your grandma's wonderful, but I just mean.
Yeah. Now it's just like so normal, but but I think when I came out, like when I had my boyfriends in the before times, I could not have them touching me in public.
You were a broom.
Yeah. Can't touch me in public. It was just,
and that's very telling. Jokes. It's kind of almost comforting to know that you for sure know yourself now, and then that makes perfect sense.
And I felt like when I was trying to do this joke earlier that kept bombing. It was like from a year and a half ago, and I really wanted it to work, but it was just about how when I was dating guys, like when I started comedy, I had a boyfriend, and then I was only in comedy for probably a year and a half before I was like ready to come out. But all my jokes that I had come up with, like, so I had this like, 5 minutes of material, and a lot of them were about my boyfriend or like whatever. And I wasn't ready to like write new jokes because I was like, well, I've worked so hard on these. So I just kept using them. And like, it's funny because pronouns weren't even like a huge thing that we talked about back then, but
they weren't at all.
But I still said them. I'd be like, they were holding my like hand. And And I was doing it because I didn't want to say it was a guy.
Yeah.
But I also didn't want to, I wasn't ready to say it was a girl.
That's interesting.
But there were these hilarious jokes. I thought they were hilarious. I actually looked up the jokes from the first couple months of me doing stand-up.
How are they?
Terrible. But
Cringe.
it was a lot of like, my boyfriend, I could never date a guy that doesn't like sports as much as I do. It was like, that was the premise of the joke. And then there was one about like holding hands.
As much as I do.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I meant pussy.
I misspoke. Yeah. They were just the most like girl in closet jokes that I didn't even know I was gay when I was writing them.
Yeah.
But I think my material was like, my journal was, it could have been, we could CGI my journal that was just like, oh my God, all the answers were there the whole time in this joke notebook.
They start glowing
gay,
and erasing.
Yeah. It's like this. It's like a beautiful mind. I'm like, I was gay all along.
And all the S's come in to go in front of the he's. I think it was hard back then too when you're first starting to change anything. Mm-hmm. I struggled when I would go through a breakup to be able to do my act. Like, because part of it's autopilot, I guess, a little. Part of it's just being so stuck to your script of joke writing and what you wrote. I used to be probably less conversational and definitely less comfortable and improvise.
Right. But there is something to that, what you're saying, and it can be kind of damaging in a way.
Oh,
possibly.
100%.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I've said that a lot, which is you have to be careful what you talk about in stand-up because you're going to say it a lot of times. And just like if you woke up every day and you looked in the mirror and said, you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit, you would start to like feel that versus you're the shit, you're the shit, you're the shit.
You can't say that on stage. That goes too far.
But it's like, you know, back in the day, there was a ton of comics who were like, I'm so poor and I don't have money and I don't have a job and I sleep on an air mattress, no job, no money. It's like, do you think it's going to get better if you say that over and over and over again?
This is very good advice. This is very good advice if you want to do stand-up. Godspeed. That is really good advice. I've seen people do that.
Create a comedy club in your living room. Buy a laugh track. Get some lights. Press play.
Listen, whatever you do not turn the camera to the audience. Because there is no audience.
No,
that is true.
I think that's, you know.
I'm trying to think about like when I stopped saying those sort of jokes and when things happen for me. You know what I mean? Happen in a way. And by happen, I mean, I wasn't getting my old Volvo towed, every other week.
Yeah. But it also, so content obviously matters, subject matter. And also,
content, subject, and what you wear on stage.
Yeah, that does matter too. Oh, I know. Like living in the past and how long you're doing material. That's where my mind blanks. It
can be really, when I was doing the dad joke stuff and I'm like doing the stuff about the clown, that stuff lasted so long because you knew my first girlfriend. Yeah. And I go, damn, because I never had recorded it on camera really. Mm-hmm. But I had been doing those jokes that's why I get why people do. I never thought about this, but albums and specials, because you can get rid of that material and start new. And there's something so great about that. But also it's just to move on from my own life. Like I finally got out of me being 22 years old.
Yeah.
Now I'm on to 23 and it's a riot. One last thing about the fat before we get to our sweet and sour news and tell you guys our phone number again. I was thinking about like how you've had a lot of, I feel like I'm like Barbara Walters right now with you. But
I wonder if I answered the question you already
No,
asked.
You did.
I'm sorry if it was boring to people listening.
This isn't boring. The thing is like when you think we're being boring, we're being real, and we're just not thinking about every word that we say, and for it to have a twist and a tag at the end.
And by calculated, I just mean like prepared, like a well-written joke. Anyway.
Yeah, but that takes years. We don't have the time.
Yeah. Yeah, what you don't know is I actually don't have the stepkids anymore. That's 3 years.
Yeah, we do the same thing for the podcast. I'm like, I'm dating men, and I don't like how they don't like sports as much as I do.
Men smell funny.
When you were doing previously you've been dating people and you have like a long-term.
Previously on
Beth Stelling, you were dating people where you had long distance, long-term.
Yeah.
And that makes sense when you are on the road as much as you are.
Mm-hmm.
But something else I wanted to ask you randomly was, I was like, is it different having somebody where you feel stable with and like you have this life in LA and it's like now you have this like family unit? So do you feel less inclined to like have to do your job, which is to be on the road all the time? Or does it like, do you approach it differently?
Yeah, I have noticed like Adam is somebody who I actually feel very comfortable with on the road. Like I don't mind what he sees and watches and, you know, cause I you know, that is a factor. Like if you are with somebody you don't really want to see you perform or you feel uncomfortable when they're in the green room, like those are all signs that that's probably not the right person for you.
Or if the other people on the show feel weird about someone being in the green room.
Totally.
Which Adam rocks. I don't feel that way about Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want him to come with me when he can. And of course, I think the kids too, whenever they could or want to travel. But like, obviously they have jobs at school. They
have jobs. You have to teach yourself now.
Yeah.
School has changed.
School is self-checkout.
Yeah.
You just teach yourself. And when I am on the road alone, I do miss them and I'm anxious to get back. So I feel that we communicate, thankfully, technology-wise. You know, you have FaceTime now and all that. But I want to be living in the moment and enjoy the cities, but I've actually kind of always struggled with that. You know, when I'm alone on the road, sometimes it's depressing and it's easy for me to isolate and I kind of prefer to be alone. But, you know, when I'm on the road with you or something, like it does make my life better. Like,
we have so much fun on the road.
Yeah, it just makes my life better. And to be around you. And
we get True Food Kitchen like nobody's business. We are wild.
Coffee shop.
Our coffee, like our drugs are like, did we drink this coffee too late?
Yeah.
Like like if we're drinking it at 6 p.m. and the show's at 7. We're like, fuck, what is this going to be?
But I think at this point too, when it comes to like income and whether we're working or not, I'm sort of like, you know, that obviously has to take priority so you can pay bills and things like that. So I'm not working to be with the family, but yeah, I think if I weren't like getting myself into like other financial things at the moment, I would stick around more than I am. But I'm gonna kind of head out on the road here next month. Yeah, in August.
Which obviously, not to be whatever, but go to bethstelling.com.
Yeah.
/tour/hyperlink/:/ whatever.
Are we talking about what you're up to and why you're not on the road as much? Or not really?
We could talk about it in simple terms, I guess. And
yeah, we don't have to. I just haven't been hyping you because I guess don't know if I'm allowed.
Yeah. So big. Well, yeah. I guess big news that happened in April was that I was on a TV show. I wrote for a TV show.
Crapopolis.
Yeah. and then I didn't work on that show. I finished out the season and then I was like, you know what? I'm good on TV writing. I have much more fun on the road, and I feel like it's more my jam. Yeah, and
most people know as Roy Kent.
Yes, from Ted Lasso. And he's, and that tour is my dream job. I didn't know like being an opener could be a dream job, but it is, and I like have so much fun, and I like don't care to headline. I'm just like, this is amazing. I get 20 minutes, and I can like mess around with it, and we have so much fun. But anyway, then this writing job came up. I interviewed for a job and I'm not allowed to say what it is because I signed like an insane NDA.
Non-disclosure agreement.
Which all my girlfriends on the road have as well. On Wednesday, I interviewed for the job and then I got it on Monday. And so I had to cancel a few gigs. But so I've been working on it and we're in it right now and
in the thick of it.
Yeah.
A television show.
But I have all of August off and then I'm completely done mid-October. But it's been nice to feel, poor Sam has been with us, Sam, my wife, also a TV writer, but for her real career, like for her main career. I've been really putting stuff together. You know, I've been really like, I'm going to put this over here and this, and maybe this is a career. So she was so excited. She cried when she heard, and she's so proud of me. I've never had anybody be more proud of me in my life. Me. Except for you. I mean, yeah, obviously she comes second to you. She was so proud. So every time I'm like kind of having a long day or whatever, I'm just like, okay, well, Sam is so proud and I'm doing this for her. Because otherwise I'd be on the road and I'd be, you know, eating
really nice
yummy
meals
dinners. Yeah. But I am going to go on the road with him. And I'm going to be in Boston, but I'll probably already have been in Boston by the time this comes out. So
yeah. We're trying to get these episodes out back for you guys weekly.
Yeah.
And so far we haven't.
So far we're about to. But we appreciate now. Some say close to 10 people asking where the F we are.
We appreciate you and we're coming.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, that's if you have any, I don't know, questions about that, don't ask me.
We've done.
Oh, yeah. We're actually, this is pretty much the end of the episode, but I do have a little sweet and sour news that are very quick if you.
Yeah.
Literally my sweet news is, and I'm sure I've already said this before, but Queer Ultimatum, like the Ultimatum Queer Love, which is the official name of it, which seems bad, is coming back for a second season.
Oh my
yeah. And so we both watched it, and so I'm excited for that. And
I cannot wait. When is it coming back?
I don't know. I just saw that it was renewed, and I'm very excited about that.
I need Queer Eye. I need Queer Love Ultimatum, and I need more Ultimatum. I need more Blind. What's it called?
Love is Blind. Love is Blind.
What's the thing that I just ate up recently? Oh, Perfect Match. Give me Perfect Match again.
I've never seen Perfect Match.
Oh,
does it go in with that? Like, would I like it as much as Ultimatum?
No.
By the way, I don't really like Ultimatum. Like, I do, and I love watching it, but like, it gets to a point, and same with Love is Blind, where you're fast forwarding through half the episode. You're like, I don't give a shit about you, like going to this fake like dress appointment.
This one is basically a bunch of singles are put together, and you're supposed to find who your perfect match is. Or maybe that's Are You the One was something different, by the way. Are You the One is something different, where they have to like put their hands on a thing and like to find out if they're matched.
Because they both have to decide if they're matched.
Well, it would be like, if bad example, but you and Sam and me and Adam, we're into this dating experiment.
Right.
And you and I get along really well, so we keep going in together. We're together,
right.
And we keep going in. It's like, no. And then we come out. I think I'm getting this wrong. There could be rules about saying like we didn't match or that we did match. I forget if you have to tell everybody.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to, like my true match is Adam, and I'm supposed to be finding him, but I'm spending all my time with you.
Yeah.
So that's the name of the game, and everybody wins money if everybody finds.
Honestly, this sounds amazing because like Sam and Adam could just be watching the kids while we're having so much fun.
Okay, so that's Are You the One? I took a tangent, and I don't even know if I got that right.
I think this is good. I think people...
But Perfect Match is a bunch of singles who go in, and you're supposed to find who you like and stay with them, or then they bring in new singles, and you can run off with someone new and ditch
I like when
person.
They bring the new people in.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to watch all of those.
And there's a new Bachelorette.
There is a new Bachelorette, and I didn't watch. I got so bored of Joey's season. I was like done with his tennis life that I was. I don't even know the girl who is now the Bachelorette, but I think I'll start watching. So the sour news. This is so random, but it just like popped up for me that Neverland Ranch, that they like keep trying to save it because it's in the line of wildfires, and I just thought to myself as I read that, I'm like, burn it down. I knew you'd feel the same way. I'm like, who's trying to go there and
do you know
see
how many
what
ghosts
happened?
are waiting to be freed?
Absolutely.
Do you know how many childhoods are waiting to literally be burnt and never remembered? Like
even that tree. Remember when he was climbing that tree in that like interview a long time ago?
Burn it all
anyway,
down.
So I was just like, absolutely, we should start a petition to get that whole ranch just completely burned down. And that's all I have for sweet and sour news. And those are real news items.
I wanted to look up to see Bachelorette. So Jen is the Bachelorette, and it's the second episode. Okay. Wow. That's the wrong photo. That's not Jen.
Oh, okay.
That's Rachel.
That's just a cast photo?
Yeah. It ended up being better than I thought. There's some front runners, but
okay.
It looks like a ton of drama is happening, obviously. Like,
that's good. I'm sick of the same drama.
There's a lot of not here for the right reasons going on.
It's the same. I want a new, the reason why Colton's was so good was, number one, he's gay, but it was new drama.
Secretly gay though, and it didn't come out during the season.
Yeah, but remember he like hopped that fence or whatever? I was like, well, I haven't seen that happen yet. Like, it's always the same thing where someone's like, they're bullying me, and then like the Bachelor or the Bachelorette has to like come out and be like, guys, we need to stop bullying people. And you're like, what the fuck is going on?
I like it whenever they just say, we're all gonna sit in this room and talk about it here, not can I pull you, and then can I pull you, and then it's like, it's not a police interrogation. Get everybody in the same room and make them say it to each other's face, because everybody's lying to you.
I'm so happy that we did not join, that we did not actually apply when we were
I got
ready.
In, but I declined.
Yeah. You didn't even have to apply. They just invited you.
They said, hey, they begged me basically.
God, that would be.
I was like, I actually already found someone.
I would have been wasted.
What did I want to show you? Oh, I got a text message that said, Arisha, will my high heels arrive tomorrow?
This is
and
New York Times sort of news.
Probably not.
What is the zip code or the area code?
626. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we got to give people our number.
Yeah.
Please call us. I mean, we would love dating advice. I'm so good at giving advice. I don't know if it's good or not, but I love hearing about people's dating lives. It's my favorite.
Call in, tell us everything. I'm trying to see if I found any.
773-234-4558. And the sixth caller gets some candy sent to their house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if...
Let's be like old school radio.
Fine.
You know, I used to work at a radio station and be like, the 10th caller will get, free tickets to the Wyoming Cowboys game, and then 10 callers would not call in. And you're like, okay, the second caller.
We actually have to change the order of events.
Actually, anybody just come pick these up.
Don't care.
If you can drive out here, just come
First person here gets it. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is we already hit the episode ending.
We're at the end.
So I usually find something sweet in my Discover to talk about.
Yeah, but it's also always like pimple popper.
Yeah, it's a lot of
not sweet.
Yeah. This is somebody
is this a
falling
slingshot?
out.
Okay, Beth is watching, what is it, Stagecoach?
Somebody fell out of that, I think.
Oh. Someone fell into
Someone may have
pool. Where is that? Burning Man?
I don't know. I've been getting a lot of possum stuff as well. It's disturbing.
Beth, are you going from raccoon in your last special to possum in this next one?
I don't want to.
I think you have to go rodent.
I want to be an otter.
We're watching Beth's Discover page, which is all
trying to find something
really horrendous, like that needle in the forehead, and then like baby otters.
What is that?
Yeah. Oh no.
What is that?
Oh, it's a toupee.
Okay, I don't like that.
Oh my God, they're getting so good. Toupees. Okay. All right. Well, what do you think? Should we call it, or should we watch this on video? Which I'm also down with. No, these are all bad. You have a kid with too much hair on his forehead. Sorry. A lot of skin conditions.
And falling.
Raccoons. Cats. We love falling.
Okay.
Largo.
I've been watching The Boys, which I'm excited for. And meerkats and stuff and field hockey.
That's cute.
Well,
okay.
You've reached the end of the episode.
Congratulations.
We talked about my Discover, which it says a lot about me.
Yes. Tell us what your Discover's like. I'm begging people to call us.
Yeah. Tell us what your Discover
what your birthday is.
Try to change your Discover by changing your personality.
Yeah.
And come see me on tour at BethStelling.com.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in Bloomington, Indiana, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Monica's record is almost done. Listen to Monica Martin on Spotify.
Monica Martin, Friend of the pod.
Bloomington, Indiana, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Richmond, Texas, Houston, Texas, San Francisco, California, Kansas City, Missouri, Brooklyn, New York, Somerville, Boston area, Omaha, Santa Cruz.
Wow, you're really going for it.
Dayton, Ohio, November 2nd. Mark your calendar.
Oh my God, fun. Are you going to perform at the theater again?
Yeah.
That's incredible. I love it.
Back at the Victoria, where it all ended.
Yeah. Yeah, you shed and you gained.
Well, if you are still listening, I'd be shocked.
Oh my God, I would be so shocked. I hope we can see like
close.
where people
drop
fell
off.
Yeah.
It was about 25 minutes ago.
Guys, we love you so much. Please review us.
Good morning.
Let's say some
good
more things.
evening. Good night. Sweet dreams. Kill no one but...
This is you in your bed last night?